Mars striking a nearly $36 billion deal for Kellanova, the maker of well-known brands like Cheez-Its and Pringles. Shares of Kellanova, they're jumping on the news, up just about 7% in the pre-market. Brooke DiPalma has been tracking this and is here to break it all down for us. Brooke.
Yeah, good morning to you both. A pretty sweet and salty deal, I guess you could say. We're at $36 billion here, including debt in this all-cash deal. Now, it's important to note here that it's expected to close in the first half of the year. So the acquisition was announced today, but it'll close, or expected to close, first half of 2025. And Stifel is saying in a note this morning that they do not expect any regulatory approval issues around this acquisition. But this really comes at a time where Mars is really doubling down on being and presenting itself as a global snacking company. We know that these are two snacking powerhouses, one that specializes in chocolate and gum, the other in those salty snacks. And this accelerates Mars' objective of doubling its snacking business and also improving its distribution as well in priority international markets like Latin America as well as Africa. Now, investors, or analysts rather, also noting that they don't believe that this will kick off a round of large deal acquisitions, perhaps from other companies as well. But right now, we do know that the snacking business overall has been under a bit of pressure as these companies are really looking to reignite and drive revenue growth at a time when we're seeing weak volume because the consumers are pulling back because of those prices that they've seen. We heard from the CEO of Kellanova on their earnings call that consumers under $100,000 in household income with kids, they were seeing a bit of price sensitivity within that category. And then we recently heard from Campbell's Soup CEO. He recently spoke to our Brian Sazi about after 3 years of robust growth, Mark Claus said they're seeing a bit of a slowdown. Take a listen here.
I think what you did see in this quarter was a little bit of the normalization of that growth line and some building or mounting pressure as it relates to the economy in general.
And what Mark went on to say is that snacking historically tends to be resilient. And what we've seen over the past 4 years is that consumers are really doubling down on convenience and on-the-go snacking in their lifestyle as they really get back out following the pandemic. And so despite this slowdown, investors, Wall Street, and certainly Mark himself believes that it's still going to be resilient and come out on top. It's about a $135 billion overall snacking industry, according to Nielsen.
Yeah, big consolidation in the confectionery and the snacking space.
Salty and the sweet. We gotta love it.
Even last year, we had seen Smucker acquire Hostess brands, so some big deals trying to get into the pantries, of course.
Exactly.